Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. All right, so very simple day in the astrology. This is going to be a very short and sweet video. Essentially what we have here today is the moon shifting into Virgo, which is going to be gearing up for a full moon on Friday. So the theme likely today around pragmatism. How can we get in touch with the side of ourselves that is detail-oriented, striving towards improvement, wanting structure in our life? And so themes around this can be great, like routine, work, diet, self-improvement, things that are really about developing that, again, pragmatic type of energy. So other than this, the moon is going to be opposing up to Mercury, Venus, and Chiron today, who are all in Pisces. So I think as part of this whole full moon energy, it is a great time to start do maybe a status check a bit and see how this pragmatic energy is going, but also how we can balance that earthy side with the receptive side, right? Find the balance between the doing and being, the striving towards improvement, but then also surrendering what's outside of our control to find peace. Things like this really good to balance as we approach Friday. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Wednesday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations as seen in the visible sky. This does change the signs from mainstream astrology. So if you are new to the channel, and especially if you notice some of the signs that I mentioned are different from mainstream, be sure to check out that link down below for more information. All right, so the moon just now entering Virgo, coming out of Leo where the moon has been the past few days. The past few days was more of an emphasis on matters of our self-expression and developing that creative, playful, expressive side of ourself. But today, the theme does shift into more of the earthy realms of Virgo, which is really about refining and improving things. So great day here today as we approach the full moon, which will also be in Virgo. Great time to develop that side of ourselves. How can we refine things? See what can be fixed, improved, both for ourselves and our life, and just get into that detail-orientedness, that analytical ability, again, pragmatic side, and just creating structure. You know, Virgo is very much about creating good habits, which is a structure, something we do day in and day out to build that, you know, sort of reliance and dependability that structure provides, and also day-to-day structures like work, routine, health, diet, self-improvement. All of this is always fantastic with the moon in Virgo. So as you can see here, no major aspects going exact, but we do have the moon in Virgo opposing up to this whole stellium that we have in Pisces. So when we do approach the full moon, and I'll be making a video on that tomorrow, you know, that's always about balance, right? Because the sun and moon will be opposite each other. And the balance will be about that pragmatic, earthy energy balanced with the receptive, watery energy where the sun is in Pisces. But before that, here today, the moon is going to be opposing up to this stellium we have here with Venus, Mercury, and Chiron, who are also in Pisces. So as a great prelude to that full moon, great time to start to incorporate this balance. And so while it is a great day for that sort of detail-oriented structure, earthy energy, balancing that with Pisces, which is about surrender, it's about presence, it's about acceptance of what is in the now moment, surrendering everything that is in our minds about the future, the past, right, or any concepts. And that's going to be the opposition up to Mercury particularly, because right now our minds are in the ethers, and it is a good time to be, sure, gaining practical insight, but from more receptive means. From our intuition, maybe from our dreams, maybe creatively, things like this. The opposition up to Venus makes it great for balancing these matters regarding relationships. And this is probably a little bit easier to work with because Venus likes to be in Pisces. So great time for still having that receptivity in our one-to-one connections, maybe a bit of you know, soul connections, spiritual connections, more receptive, compassionate, and also creative. Venus is very creative in the sign of Pisces, which again is about imagination, letting the mind wander, and enjoying that sort of, again, intuitive and imaginative approach to life. And then the opposition up to Chiron is that there is healing, right? And so I think it's a great day also to, when we are surrendering and we are being present, to see the healing of that, right? The qualities that arise from that. Feeling a bit rejuvenated, redeemed, healed when we do connect to that receptive side of ourselves. All right, so that's the most important stuff here today. That's the way I would classify that. Also, because the moon does rule our sort of emotions and feelings, it is great to incorporate our feelings into these different aspects of life. So with Venus, with our relationships, bringing the emotional connection there. With Mercury, bringing our thoughts to our emotions. And then with Chiron, again, just some healing, connecting to the emotional body can help us do some healing and stuff today. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. And then the most important thing really is the full moon, which I'll be making a video on that tomorrow. That's going to be in Virgo. And so as we approach Friday, there is more awareness. There is more energy also increasing in the lunar month. We are in the very heightened part of the lunar month now. And so with that comes usually a shift of awareness, some insight, a good time to do a status check this whole later part of the week. How are things going from the previous 2 weeks? And from this, as we approach the weekend, probably doing some sort of shift or pivot along our life journey to continue to develop these energies that are working for us, that we become aware of during the full moon. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the full moon forecast. Take care.